Reno Talks Live. Here's Greg.
Thank you, Ryan. 422 right now on News Talk 780 KOH. Let's have a little bit of fun. It's so close to Christmas. And, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, this is going to be a lot of fun. If this doesn't get you into the Christmas spirit, I don't know what will. We're talking about the Santa train that's running up in Portola. Santa Claus on a train. What could be, what's better than that? Eugene Vicknair, who's the secretary of Feather River Rail Society, joining us on the news line right now. Very good afternoon to you, Eugene. How are you?
Doing great. How you doing?
We're doing just fine, thank you. Okay, so the Santa train is chugga-chugga-choo-chooing down the line, huh?
Absolutely. We are running this Friday and Saturday. Gates open at 4 o'clock, and the trains start rolling at 5.
Well, that sounds awesome. So tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Yep, starting tomorrow. We're going to have Santa and Mrs. Claus there. We've got our decorated train. Folks can come and ride as many times as they'd like. We're also going to be handing out hot drinks and homemade cookies.
Well, that's great. That's awesome. And this, again, is in Portola. Is that correct?
Yes, this is in Portola. It's across the river from Highway 70. You go through Old Town Portola and follow the signs to the museum. It's $10 per carload, $5 if you bring 3 canned goods to donate to the local food bank.
Well, that sounds awesome. How long is the ride?
The ride takes about 20 minutes. It's just about a mile. We go around our loop of track, and then we head back. So you get a decent little ride in our old cabooses. That's one of the things we have a little fun with. We actually use old cabooses rather than passenger cars.
Oh, neat.
And most people haven't seen a caboose in about 40 years.
No, they don't use those anymore. That's right. That's awesome. And what will people be able to do or see on board?
Well, we'll be heading off through our railroad yard, so you'll get to see from the train a lot of our old railroad equipment from the Western Pacific Railroad. And then we go off into the woods, so you're actually off into the forest. Get some animals coming around every now and then, even here coming into the winter. You might see some deer. But we also have been spotting our local Sasquatch roaming around, although he's trying to hide himself. He's running around wearing a Santa hat and handing out candy canes.
Uh-oh. Sasquatch. Is he a friendly Sasquatch?
He's a very friendly Sasquatch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I heard a rumor he might be showing up on Saturday.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, how long have you been doing the Santa train?
We've been going on about 32 years now.
Oh wow! Okay, very very cool. And did you used to? You mentioned all cabooses. Did you used to use passenger cars?
We did vary in the early years on some of our special trains, but for the Santa train, we like to use the cabooses. We have them all decorated up with lights, have other decorations on them. And we got the heaters going in all of them. So they're all nice and toasty warm.
Do you guys have snow up there? I'm just curious.
We had a smattering on the ground, but last I heard, no.
Okay.
No, we don't have any right now.
All right. Now, are there different times for the Santa train? I mean, is it one run? How many runs do you make a day?
We started at 5 o'clock, and we'll run about every half hour roughly, and we keep running until everybody's had a ride. So we tend to shut down sometime around 8 or 9 o'clock.
Okay, well, that's really cool. In terms of, this is something for the little ones. What's the age limit here? Do you bring babies on board? I mean,
Oh yeah, we have folks bring babies. We have folks bring teenagers. We have adults just show up on their own. It's kind of a nice festive thing. And the main museum is open as well. So, you can ride the train, and then you can walk around, take a look at the old equipment. You can grab one of our docents and ask some questions. So it's really an all ages thing.
That's really cool. Is it pulled by a steam locomotive, by the way?
Not this year.
Okay.
What we're using this year is we have a couple of our diesel locomotives, one of which just came out of a 4-year restoration.
Okay, excellent. Let me ask you this. Talk a little bit about the Feather River Rail Society. What is it that you do? What's your mission?
Well, the Feather River Rail Society was founded in 1983 to preserve the history of the Western Pacific Railroad and its people. So a lot of railroad museums tend to be like a regional thing. We are actually the largest railroad museum in the country that dedicates itself to a single railroad family. So we tell the complete history of the Western Pacific, which was started in 1903, and it ran between Salt Lake City and the Bay Area of California until 1983, when it was taken over by the Union Pacific Railroad.
Okay, and
we have equipment we have equipment that's used to build the railroad, all the way to stuff that was running on the very last day.
Incredible. That's really cool. When did Western Pacific go defunct? When did that happen?
1983. It was actually January 11th. January 11th, 1983, the Union Pacific Railroad took over.
Wow. And since then, you've been keeping it alive. You've been keeping the legacy alive. You've been really working hard to make sure that people have a good time, but still understand that this is really something to be honored. Where do you get your equipment from? You just mentioned that one of the diesel locomotives came out of a multi-year rehab. Where do you get your equipment from? I mean, do you have to buy it? Is it donated? How does that work?
Sometimes we have to buy it. A lot of stuff has been donated over the years. The Union Pacific has been very gracious to us. We've also had private persons donate stuff to us. Just last year, we had a 120-year-old passenger car donated to us that ran on the Western Pacific. But even if it gets donated to us, sometimes we have to pay to move it. And so, it cost us $90,000 to move that passenger car. We had to truck it from Indiana.
That must have been a trip. Oh, that's awesome.
It was. And sometimes us members band together and we buy stuff to preserve. Mm-hmm. It comes to us from all different ways.
Well, that's really cool. All right, the Santa train is leaving the tracks in Portola, and you might want to get on board. Again, that's happening Friday and Saturday, and that's it, right?
Yes, that's it for the year.
Okay, wow. All right, very cool. What's the next big thing after the Santa train?
We go into our winter hibernation, and then coming up, we reopen the museum in April.
Okay.
And we're also going to be we do an annual historical convention. This year, we're doing it April 11th through 14th down in Oroville, California.
Oh, wow. Okay. Should be a lot of fun. All right. The Portola Santa train from the Feather River Rail Society. Again, Friday and Saturday in Portola. Make sure you check that out if you need a little Christmas cheer. It sounds like a great time. I want to thank Eugene Vicknair from the Feather River Rail Society for joining us.
Thank you very much. Hope I'll see you there.
All right. I'll be there. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Merry Christmas. Take care.
Take care.